Let's bring in General Jack Keane, chairman of the Institute for the Study of War at Fox News, senior strategic analyst. General Keane, always great to get you here. First, your reaction this morning. I know that last week you called for a healthy dose of skepticism in the days that followed this temporary agreement. Where do you stand now?
Well, let's take a look at the 7-day reduction in violence. This is about a test of good intentions, Sandra. I mean, it would have been far better if it was a ceasefire for a month. That would really be a stress test that makes some sense. But the Taliban don't want that for a couple of reasons. One, a ceasefire, because their hardcore will not abide by it. There's a certain percentage that they just flat don't control. And two, a month, many of their fighters, it's an open secret, are weary and tired, and they go home to their families for a month. They will not go back to the battlefield. That's why we have a reduction in violence. And interesting enough, it comes at a time when it's the winter season, and there's usually a reduction in violence in any way because the Taliban's preparing for the spring offensive.
So based on that, General, how would you even describe the progress that has been made since this deal was made?
Well, first of all, listen, this is going to be a long and challenging process, and certainly peace is desirable. The American people deserve that. The Afghan people deserve that. But it's also going to be very difficult to achieve. And why is that? Because the Taliban Military Commission, which oversees the Taliban, they have never given up on their ultimate objective, and that is to topple the government in Afghanistan and take it over. They will say anything and they will do anything to get the United States forces completely out of Afghanistan, so then they will have their will with the Afghan government. That's what this is about. And we will test how serious they are at negotiations. If the reduction in force succeeds, reduction in violence succeeds, then there'll be another agreement to have negotiations with the Afghan government and members of civil society. That is a good thing and a big deal. There'll also be, as I understand, an agreement to release 5,000 Taliban prisoners at the beginning of negotiations. Makes no sense to me if that's in the deal. That should only be done if there's a peace settlement, which would be normal at the end of hostilities. They will also renounce the al-Qaeda publicly. That will be humiliating for them, but rest assured, Sandra, quietly, behind the scenes, they will tell the al-Qaeda, ignore that, we are still your brothers. And also, there's a possibility of the beginning of the reduction of U.S. forces down to 8,600.
And I know that you testified before Congress on that very point last week, General. I wanted to play a little bit for our audience, and then I'll get your thoughts out of it.
General Miller's been working on the force reduction for some time based on his assessment that he had more forces than he needed to meet the mission requirement. And I believe that given the fact that negotiations were taking place, the administration made a logical decision not to unilaterally conduct that reduction and use that as leverage in the negotiations.
So it sounds like we're waiting for the right timing for that potential U.S. troop withdrawal. What are you seeing as the likelihood of that happening, General?
Well, I think it has to do with, one, is the reduction in violence successful? I mean, if we can't do that in 7 days, and we really have some problems because it's only 7 days. Number two, the beginning of negotiations. Remember, the Taliban, and you heard President Ghani's comment there, and I spoke to him myself a couple of days ago. I mean, publicly, he has a positive face. Behind the scenes, he's very concerned because he knows full well that the Taliban do not want to accept a political system of a constitutional democracy that has elections. Why is that? Because over 80% of the people reject the Taliban in surveys every single year. They could never win anything politically, and that is a major political obstacle to successful negotiations.
It is going to be a long and complicated process, as you just laid out. General Jack Keane, appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, good talking to you, Sandra.
You too.